Last time on The Great Ace Attorney 2.
It was about a year ago when Mr. Asman first brought Drebber to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine. There's no question that the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. And there are no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts?
I did visit his workshop, but I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all.
What did he do? Blindfold you and put a bag over your head?
I was gagged and blindfolded.
You don't have a business card from Mr. Drebber, for example.
Yes, I do. He gave me this business card once. It's right here. Look.
Let me see that. Enoch Drebber, engineer.
Excellent.
That's all it says.
Yeah.
Dark smudge here.
I think perhaps it's machine oil.
Ah, yes, possibly. Professor Hairbrain mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, didn't he?
It's more fragrant than the finest perfume.
There we go.
About this, Gina.
Yeah, I'm still learning me letters at the moment, so if it ain't too much bleeding trouble...
Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important.
There's just a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all.
Turns out that this is a very high-quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent.
You don't say. Let's have a whiff then.
No, we didn't mean that you should smell it.
Oh, right, you mean Toby.
So his sense of smell is so good he can twat people over the oceans, can't he?
Listen, Odo, are you feeling all right? You're talking all mushy.
Oh, yes, fine.
I'm just amused that she's wielding him like a gun. Sniff, 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 sniff.
I think he's picked up a scent.
So you mean if he follows the scent of this oil, Toby could lead us to that dodgy cove's workshop?
That's
Yes,
right.
he could. Yes, he could.
I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Sholmes?
Merely a secret identity, you understand. Though the case is largely solved now. I simply negotiated with the culprit, and in the end, the waxwork was returned. I just promised that I'd give them the sum of £1 million.
Hurley, why have my life savings disappeared?
Really, why are we now homeless?
This must be what Mr. Sholmes meant when he said the case was largely solved.
Be that as it may, Mr. Sholmes heavily implied there'd be a clue about the engineer in here, didn't he? Since we've paid 5 shillings, let's do 5 shillings worth of investigation, shall we? It seems to be a young man in a white overcoat. Perhaps we should investigate in a little more detail. I can't see his face very well, can you? Perhaps if we move the camera...
What on earth? How could...
I don't believe it!
Mr. Naruto, is it possible that this man is...
Yes, it's Enoch Drebber!
Good day, everybody. I don't know what the intonation is there. Welcome to another episode of Dissolution Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the voices. I'm Pete. God damn it, Taylor. I'm Pete.
You wouldn't think we're working remotely. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor, and I apparently threw Pete off his flow.
And one day we will do a smooth intro that isn't just totally screwed.
Don't hold us
But
to that, though.
one day.
Well,
it may not be
because
this
temporarily,
game. Temporarily.
Temporarily.
I was stopping because I interrupted you.
Well, I mean, this is some fine work.
Train wreck again.
So once again,
Oh my.
I mean, it's what the people keep coming back for, I guess. So anyway, if you, for whatever reason, do find yourself enjoying a train wreck, why don't you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you get notified about future stuff. Yes, I know I messed it up. God dang it.
This is a good session this week.
I'm just not gonna say anything. It'll just be a Pete doesn't say anything in this video.
Oh, that's just being grumpy.
Oh, sinister swings.
Oh, no.
There was a witness.
But of course, my dear fellow. It was none other than the young man in the white overcoat.
Enoch Drebber. He saw it happen.
Is it Enoch or is it Enoch?
Enoch.
If
Enoch.
only someone would
Eunuch?
say it. Eunuch! He's not a eunuch!
Oh, dear. That's an entirely different thing.
So
grief.
this is a wax work model of Enoch Drebber.
Enoch. 10 years ago, the convicted professor, having been gibbeted and buried, emerged from his grave in the dead of night. It is gibbeted, right?
Is it
Gibbeted?
gibbeted or I thought gibbeted because like
But that is-
gibbets are what are in Team Fortress 2 when the character gets blown up and their organs get scattered everywhere.
Yeah, they're
So that
gib.
doesn't sound like something that they should be able to re-emerge from.
No, I think that's the point,
But
isn't it?
like when I'm thinking of like the innards of a turkey, or so they call it giblets
Yeah.
over here.
So maybe
So
it's
is
maybe
it
it is
gibbeted
gibbeted.
or gibbeted or I don't
Gib-
know.
I don't know. Whatever.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say gibbeted, and if I'm wrong, then I don't care.
It's Sholmes. He just makes up his own vocabulary.
Sholmes does whatever the hell Sholmes wants. The sole witness to that unimaginable scene was this young man.
Ooh, boy.
From appearances, I would say he was about 20 years old.
It's so horrifying.
Scared out of his wits, the young Drebber. No, it was Enoch. This is what we're struggling on.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
Drebber's fine.
Drebber's the fine, but yes.
Dreber?
The young the young dribbler ran to a nearby police station to report the incident. And the sheer terror of what he'd seen is said to have turned his hair white overnight.
Wow.
Aha.
I'm sure.
So, a gibbet is any instrument of public execution, including guillotine, executioner's block, impalement stake, hanging gallows, or related scaffold. Gibbeting is the use of a gallows-type structure from which the dead or dying bodies of criminals were hanged on public display to deter other existing or potential criminals. Occasionally, the gibbet was also used as a method of execution, with the criminal being left to die of exposure, thirst, and/or starvation. The practice of placing a criminal on display within a gibbet is also called hanging in chains.
See, I don't know
Well,
about you,
that's
but
very cheery.
I feel like I could hear like the Persona 4 theme there. Thanks, but did I ask?
Oh, now.
You said we didn't know what gibbeted meant, and now we know what gibbeted means.
I mean, you're right. You're right. It just feels like it was just totally just like, yep, let's just like hold that up. Oh my goodness. For the following few days, the story of what he'd seen.
Get to say
I thought. Sorry. It's because of the hair turning what his hair is completely. I read the end of it and I thought, oh yeah, that was the line from before. So I apologize. That was on me.
Yes, as shown in the.
Oh, it's going so well. It's going so well.
Just read the line.
Yes.
He's trying.
Just read it. God damn it, read it.
Shut your howling screamer, will you? Yes, as shown in the photograph we have of him, his hair is completely white.
For the following few days.
You want to read your line, Pete?
For the following few days, the story of what
Is it-
he's
is it
seen was on
difficult to read
every
your
front
line when
page in the
someone's-
capital. The public was frantic for every last detail about the killer who'd come back to life.
Oh, children, please.
As you've seen, an exhibit was even created here at Madame Two Spells.
I can quite understand why the man's hair turned white, certainly. But what I don't understand is what Mr. Drebber was doing in the first place. In a lonely graveyard in the middle of the night.
Taking pictures by the looks of it. Like,
Well,
ooh.
it looks like as if he was using his spade for something.
Mr. Naruhodo, how many times do I have to tell you? It's a spade.
I suddenly forgot which one you
Shovel.
said.
It's shovel. Susato says shovel. He said spade. I
Did he?
think.
I thought he said
Oh, wait, I don't know.
shovel.
I said spade.
Yeah, Susato
Oh, I
says.
don't know.
We
Susato
cannot even do the jokes.
Susato always goes, shovel! It's a shovel, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's a shovel!
There we go, that's it. There it is.
No, I think you'll find it's a spade.
No, it's a shovel, Mr. Naruhodo.
Spade?
Don't make me hit you with it.
Oh,
or
no.
it'll be a murder weapon.
I don't want to have to break this exhibit, but by golly, if I have to wrestle this shovel out of his cold, dead, waxy fingers, I will.
Dead waxy fingers.
Yes, it would be a terrible shame if you had to admit the spade to the court record as evidence.
A shovel.
Spade. Spade.
Shovel.
Guys, I think I imagine that our viewers are going to want us to get more than like 5 lines of dialogue into this game this episode.
Okay.
In a lonely graveyard in the middle of the night.
Yes, what was he up to?
That would be telling.
Oh.
Not going to enlighten us, Sholmes?
The professor's acts of terror threw London's upper classes into complete panic 10 years ago. It was a great scandal, one might say, at the very highest levels of society. And since the killer's identity was never made public, rumors abounded. After all, no killer had ever before systematically employed a dog as a weapon of murder.
Yes, I can imagine the case. Oh, lordy Lou.
Uh-oh.
I can imagine the impact the case must have had.
It's contagious from Danganronpa.
Oh, no.
I'm now just thinking of, I forget his name, the little dog that Gina's got. And I'm like, little Toby. And I'm like, oh, but he can't kill anybody. Look at how cool he is.
He'd probably lick you to death. I don't think he'd savage
Oh,
you.
no! You've been licked to death by Toby.
Lem, lem, lem,
Left.
lem, lem.
But in time, of course, the rumors abated. So too did the talk of the shocking witness account of the convict who came back to life. It was forgotten, dismissed as a dubious ghost story, as a preposterous parlor tale.
But why did people stop believing it?
Well, I mean, why? Simply because there was no resurrection to speak of, as was established, in fact.
What do you mean by no resurrection?
The police investigated the grave in Lowgate Cemetery and published their findings. The convict's body was found to be buried exactly where it had been following the convict's body was found to be buried exactly where it had been. I don't know why I can't. It just seems that it's flowing a little bit weird for me. The convict's body was found to be buried exactly where it had been following the execution.
No! But that would be Mr. Drebber. Must have lied to the police and the newspapers.
Oh my golly, what a shock!
No.
That would appear to be the only logical explanation, yes.
I'll stop staring at that owl.
The eyes
owl.
again.
I just caught it flashing. I'm like, oh God, I forgot about you.
The young man subsequently vanished from society, and nothing has been heard of him since. It's rather striking, then, that he should resurface now, don't you think?
Of course, the convicted murderer couldn't really have come back to life. That's not possible.
I mean, you can keep telling yourself that, Mr. Inosuke. Although, as a man of science myself, I too do not really believe it. But with my little assistant Iris, I mean, she has made quite an all number of things that I thought impossible possible, and so it would not be beyond the realms of possibility. We are also in a video game, of course.
But Drebber's hair is unusually white. And if that really did happen overnight as a result of shock, it's hard to believe the incident was an out-and-out lie. Oh, all right then.
And that's it. Like, all right then. Do we need to
can
show him
show
stuff?
him anything? I know we showed him. Did we show him the photo before?
Oh, this one.
I think did we show him that in the last one? I
Which
can't
one?
remember.
You say show him
Oh,
the
no.
photo. Which photo?
No, the one of Enoch Drebber, but we did, because that's like, he's like, oh yes, if I only could know what he looked like. But yeah. The camera?
I feel like the camera.
Mr. Sholmes, about... Oh,
No,
No.
that looks an awful lot like a you've got it wrong.
Yeah, that's it.
about
Nope.
this.
As you will see, I'm rather busy at the moment.
Yes.
If it's
Busy.
If it's advice you seek, come to my office tomorrow and I shall be happy to help you. Shall we say threepence per item as a consultation fee?
That's 2 hours of gas, that is.
I feel like I remember
Oh,
this.
you're
That
right.
is.
Does Zato say we've done everything?
Ooh, that's a good shout.
Has she got any?
Oh, yes.
I feel we need to spend a little more time investigating here.
Oh,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
okay.
saying
Well,
we
I guess the
haven't-
elephant in the room.
Oh,
This must be the killer. The fiend known as the Professor.
the prosecutor.
No, the Professor.
The prosecutor?
Professor.
Okay.
Yes, I think so. According to what Madame Puspel said, he killed 5 victims, all of noble or royal blood.
Waxwork is so lifelike, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
Like all the
yes,
bottles in this place.
yes, save for a certain part of it. Yes.
Well, yeah.
I know. It looks like it could start moving at any moment, doesn't it? If only it had a head, that is.
Hmm.
I've heard of losing your head if it wasn't screwed onto your shoulder. This is ridiculous.
Oh dear.
Perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
Oh,
Da-da-da-da-da.
do we have to? It looks a bit creepy.
It does. Oh, that's
Do
it.
we
Okay.
rotate?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
we can examine this bit and
Nothing else.
just. Can we examine the number?
No.
I don't know
Uh,
if that's part of the same thing.
yeah.
All right, whatever. Let's just do this first. Whoa!
So, this is the condemned man.
Yes, the so-called prosecutor.
Professor, Mr.
It's
Naruto.
also amusing. I don't know if there's any. It's weird that he's got 139 on his jacket, and then the gravestone has 139 too, as well. I don't know if that's
I
right.
think they've probably not even deemed him worthy to have his name put on the gravestone. They've just given him his convict number.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, probably.
That perhaps his head was chopped off by a guillotine. But unable to find peace, he emerged from his grave as a headless ghost.
Do we have to entertain such terrifying ideas, Miss Susato?
Oh my goodness! Listen to the pair of you go.
Shut up, you.
Anyway, I'm sure the model had a head once. There's a metal fitting for it, see?
Then perhaps Mr. Sholmes absent-mindedly forgot to reattach it.
Excuse me.
That's an extremely absent-minded detective you're describing, isn't it?
I
Looking
thought it
towards
was rather-
Sholmes slowly.
This way.
I thought it was a rather accurate description.
yeah. There we go. We're on the same wavelength there.
Or perhaps the thief absent-mindedly forgot to include the head when he or she returned it to the museum.
And that would be an extremely absent-minded thief.
No, Mr. Naruhodo, an absent-headed thief.
Oh.
I don't know. It was bad.
Could there have been...
Perhaps he quit while he was ahead.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Pete coming out with the puns.
It's not really. I'm trying to think. Did Taylor just say that a minute ago? I think I'm just repeating the same joke.
I did not.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
You're
Yay!
You're repeating the puns?
I can't help but repeat myself.
Oh. Steady on, I can't take it anymore.
No.
Could there have been some reason why only the head wasn't returned?
To hide his identity.
Ah, but the number.
Well, whatever the reason, his head or his shoes, it means we don't know what the face of the infamous professor looked like, do we?
Wait, his shoes?
The Grinch?
Can you add?
No matter the reason, his heart or his shoes, he
Yeah.
stood on Mount Crumpet hating the Who's. I just changed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I see. No, I'm just like, you can't identify someone by their shoes. Not really. I mean, you can't a little bit, but like, what? Right.
Analyze their
heard of footprints?
I mean, yes, but like, the people have the same shoes.
Oh,
Oh, he's making a circle below his waist. Anyone looking?
Oh, for God's sake.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
there's something caught just inside the convict's jacket here.
Yeah, it's his leg clipping through his pocket. That's what it is.
Oh.
It looks like a piece of broken glass. And quite a big piece, too.
Oh, that's interesting. The crystal tower, maybe? Because it's really thick.
That was how they did the body double.
Oh.
You can hear the penny
Yeah.
drop. It's like-
Maybe the head's got like damaged or something, or they can't return it because Or do you think he was the professor? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
That's so weird, though, that they'd steal a dummy from a waxwork museum to do a trick, and then be like, right, and then we'll put it back, and no one will know. It'll be a miracle of science. It's like, come on, just make your own dummy, you fools.
Enoch Drebber is a brilliant engineer, but he can't do waxwork models.
No, I mean that's it. And they couldn't pay Madame Two Spells to do it because she was like, no. I would never do. I would never partake or be privy to such a terrible I'm gonna swear, bastardization of science.
Oh, naughty. Unless she's in on it, and it was a fake ransom note.
Oh wow.
And the £200 she made up that it was her, but they paid her that to keep her quiet.
All this, I mean, my goodness, the speculation's going out the window here. Like, we're just like
I
all of the conspiracy theories.
I would hope that she's not, because she's adorably cute.
She is cool.
But like, yeah, I just is it all just a ruse? Is she in on it, and it's just made to look like a ransom, and then? Because, like, Sholmes, like, didn't have to put up much of a fight to negotiate getting, well, the body back, at least, with Sam's head.
Well, they just straight up... he didn't have to negotiate at all, by the sound of it.
Oh,
They just returned it.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Oh, dear.
Here we go.
What's the matter, Sarah?
Is this...
Nothing.
Sarah, come on. We're talking about a piece of glass here.
Hang on. I'll do it myself.
It's very thick, isn't it? About 5 times thicker than normal.
Sarah! Oh my goodness.
Okay. Mature.
Come on. You can do it.
I mean, the thing is, if a piece of glass that big and thick penetrated you, you would die instantly.
Yeah, but I mean, yes! Jesus.
Yeah.
Glass is sharp, guys.
True.
Don't be doing that with glass. And now I'm getting... No, God damn it.
Oh, dear!
Phrasing.
My dear fellows.
It's making me think of some horrible, horrible things.
Yeah, okay,
Frickin'
moving swiftly on.
It's very thick, isn't it? About 5 times thicker than normal. Shut
God
up, you.
damn it, Taylor, I can hear you.
I'd say.
Let
Taylor,
it
you're
get
not
past the line.
helping.
For goodness sake.
Where could such a thick piece of glass have come from, I wonder?
I suppose it must have been.
God's sake.
Stop it! Stop it!
I mean, I'll own up to it. That was me that time. I'm just like.
You chastised me and you
but
joined in!
I was just like, I wasn't laughing, like, I wasn't making a sex joke. It was just more like, for goodness sake, the game just keeps going, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, it does.
It keeps coming.
There it is.
There we go. That's one each now.
I suppose it must have been made thick to increase its strength.
But why?
Bulletproof.
Well, perhaps because the glass had to span a particularly wide area, such as in a big building, for example.
That's very strange, Mr.
or the
Sato.
Crystal Tower.
Why would you say a big building but not mention the name? It's almost like you're leading up to something, or you've got some idea, but for whatever reason, because it's a video game and you wouldn't want to outright say it, you're being a little bit coy.
Well, you know, I don't want to give the game away too soon.
No.
Well, we've seen a large glass building recently, haven't we? And some of the glass was broken too.
Oh my goodness.
You don't mean...
Guys, they figured
Exactly.
Shh.
The Crystal Tower at the Great Exhibition.
But why would glass from the Crystal Tower be lodged inside this waxworks jacket?
It makes you think, doesn't it?
It makes you think, don't it?
Da, 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 da.
The piece of broken glass has been entered into the court record.
Earlier in court, we established that the kinesis experiment was a trick. And now we discover this fragment of glass here in this waxwork. Is it just a coincidence?
I mean, obviously,
No.
that's the natural conclusion.
There is no such thing as coincidence.
Right, let's examine the things that we've got. I think did we actually examine the camera? That looks like a no.
No.
Right, and then what about the wooden bird? Oh wow, did we not do this either? Okay,
We're messing up all over the place.
we are. We're slacking, guys. Right, let's examine some stuff. The bird cage. Oh, there's a hole in the bottom there. The burb cage.
Ah! Look here, Mr. Zetto.
Oh, yes. The wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose because it fell from such a height.
Yes, from the height at which the balloon was flying down into the crystal tower below. A fall of about 30 feet. Or 9 meters.
That's not that high, but I mean it's high-ish, but
Leaving the man inside tragically dead.
I didn't actually see what kind of updated there. What was it?
That it's damaged on
Caused
the
damage
base.
to the base.
That, or it went through like the trapdoor, because wasn't there like it kind of looks like there's a trapdoor in the
Yeah,
machine.
but that's the other cage. The other
Yeah, so that's-
because there's two. Remember, this is the one from the balloon, and then the other one was part of it, and I think it
Oh,
fallen. It was in
okay.
it. Well, although I don't think we've actually have we seen the other part of the cage? Or is it like sort of?
I don't know.
I can't remember if we've actually seen it or not. Right. Anyway, camera. Oh. Important.
What a wonderful machine.
You really love contraptions like this, don't you?
Oh, yes. Anything mechanical I find absolutely irresistible.
Interesting.
Almost irresistible, surely?
Well, whenever I see a pocket watch, for example, I can't help myself. I simply have to take it apart.
Oh no! And now it's going. But I never actually quite managed to put them back together.
That's worrying and also explains where all of my pocket watches have gone.
He's got so many.
Yeah.
It's like every time we go out, I buy a new one, and then by the afternoon it's disappeared. And but then there's pocket watch pieces all over the office.
Yeah.
Yes, Father tells the time by the rumblings of his stomach now. He's given up having a watch.
Oh dear. We were just joking, but
Poor Professor McCoteber.
okay. I don't know, guys. I
wait,
guess there's
yeah,
nothing
there is-
else
okay.
here. I guess there's this thing on the back and nothing else.
Oh, look! The cover came open.
Oh, me and my clumsy fingers.
Yes. Now, there should be a glass plate inside. You have to change the plate with each new photograph you want to take, you see.
Is something wrong?
There is no plate. It's been removed.
Ah, what a pity. But I suppose if you think about it, this wouldn't be the actual camera that was used at the time, just like the waxwork isn't the actual person. So we'd never have found a photographic print of the executed convict coming back to life anyway.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
stranger things have happened.
Well,
yes, you're quite right, of course.
Poor Susato-san. She looks devastated.
I love how he's like taking the mick out of her at the minute, and yet the amount of times she has come to his rescue for being for being just properly dumb.
I could not have
Well,
gone
it's
back
like
now.
it's like Nick and Maya, isn't it? It's
Well,
just
yeah.
like he'll ruthlessly bully her while she's around, but then whenever she gets kidnapped, it's like I'm gonna have to stop everything I'm doing to go rescue Maya. It's like, do you actually like her?
He did.
treat him mean, keep him keen.
Well, it's because his little victim, his little punching bag that he bullies, just isn't around, and so he needs her to be around so he can keep bullying her.
Aw,
Look,
That's
Mrs.
mean.
That is
That is mean. I realised that sounded awfully
That sounded
misogynistic.
horrible.
So I didn't mean it that way. I apologise.
Your best
That
not-
sounds like slander.
Yeah. Sorry.
meanie pants.
Look, Mr. Naruhodo.
What is it?
On the bellows just here. There seems to be some very dark red stains.
Yes, you're right. It looks like blood, actually.
Oh no, Mr. Naruto. No. It's just ketchup.
Catch
See?
it. Oh,
yes,
no.
it's just
fine.
No.
Oh my.
Also strange that it would be in the museum. If it's not the actual camera, they're literally just saying, "Oh, it's not the actual camera," but then the camera has blood on it in the museum.
So maybe it is the actual camera.
Oh my!
Hiding in plain sight.
Who knows?
I'm sure it's not what you're thinking. Ha ha ha.
Don't worry, Vudo. I have my blood analysis gun. Let's see what colour it changes
Blood
to.
analysis gun.
Well, she has.
She got a gun for everything. All right then, Runo, it's time for your eye test. Here's my eye test gun.
No, but she had the stuff, didn't she?
She did.
In the first game.
No, it just amuses me that the idea that she has a gun for everything. All right, then it's time to walk the dog, and now here's my dog walking gun.
Oh, no. Oh, that's just me.
What?
Now, off you go, boy. Time for a walk. She fires the gun, and the leash goes, but then the dog's like, like with the leash.
like a dogapult.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can examine the side of this. I bet they're gonna be like, oh, it's so big and thick.
This piece of glass is almost as thick as it is. What?
Yes, I've never seen anything like it.
That's hurtful, Mrs. Sartre.
If you were to compare it to a
No!
human, only Mr. Sholmes
Oh my-
has such thick skin.
Don't compare it to a human. That's just making this worse.
There is really no need for such a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know.
Anyway, it can only be from the Crystal Tower, surely.
Yes, I think so too. It was probably made especially to meet the demands of that great structure.
Alrighty. Okay.
So that's that.
And with that, we're done.
I guess do we show Sholmes the piece of glass?
Oh,
if there's anything else?
Yes, that's probably right, Sarah. Well done. Let's see. Anything else?
I'm just wondering if there's like,
Seeing anything there.
unless there's like nothing else to do with him, but. Oh.
Well, he's only got 3 dialogue options, so.
And we all
we'll need
know
it.
there's always
Yeah.
4. Oh no, someone did a script up to.
What the bleeding Naruhodo? What have you got done?
Gina, what are you doing here?
Bleeding!
Oh no! Oh no!
I asked Iris and she said this is where you'd be, so. Bloody
Gun.
hell! So.
Flag.
Gina, that's so loud in the museum.
Madame Two Spells will have you take a position as a waxwork if you're not careful.
I think that might be a more pressing concern.
Oh, I still had some flash powder left from 6 months ago, so... All right, Gina, we understand. But please, put down the gun.
But why is she firing the gun?
don't know.
Oh yes, flash powder. For what reason?
I guess because does she think they're real and she's trying to like get away? I don't know. Frighten
Oh
him?
no, that's a pouty face.
Sorry, I got scared.
You should try being the one on the other end of the barrel. So, what brings you here, Gina?
What brings me here? What do you think? We found it. We found that dodgy Coast workshop.
Oh, how conveniently. We just this second finished investigating. It's quite odd, that, really. It's almost like we picked up all the flags, you could
Oh, for
say.
God's sake. Oh,
What?
yeah,
You
Toby.
found Trevor's? Oh, hello, Toby.
He's so
Oh,
cute.
yes, you found Trevor's workshop?
Yep. Toby's nose took me straight there.
I like that Toby did like a little yip.
Yeah. And the boss and all the others are heading there now in a drag. So come on. Here's the address. I got the boss to write it down.
Oh, thank you, Gina. We'll make our way there at once.
It's like Gregson's just written down 1, 2, 3, 4. Go soak your head way.
All right then. See you there.
Or it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Long walk, comma, short pier.
Oh dear.
Oh. You go. Don't mind me. I'll just stay here, being still.
Oh, very well then. I mean, what?
What the?
I know my place. In the exhibit over there.
Mr. Sholmes, what happened to your eyes? Where have they gone?
He's doing the anime boy thing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, dear. Someone is feeling sorry for himself.
Oh, if only someone would ask for me to come along too. It might be quite the fun adventure, but lo, I am needed over here, standing
Sholmes,
like
Yes,
a
you
you
are.
want to come with us?
Let's go, Mr. Sholmes. You're coming.
Now who's being challenged?
Your words hearten me, I must say.
I don't like eyeless Sholmes.
No.
I really don't like this. I'm uncomfortable.
But if I were to shirk my duties here, Madame would have me pay monetary recompense. And Iris's dinner plate would...
Forget that! I'll pay for everything. That's a
Oh,
dangerous
well, if
offer.
you insist. Then there's not a moment to lose, my dear fellow. I shall hail a carriage at once at your expense.
Oh, wait a minute.
I didn't say anything about the carriage.
Only the
No
best
offer-
for Mr. for Mr. Ionosuke. Mr. Naruto, run, goddammit.
No offer to share the cost from Mr. Sholmes, then.
I shall gladly pay half, Mr. Naruhodo.
But it's our money, says Mr. Sato.
Thank you, Mr. Sato. Right, let's go.
Yes, he didn't realize. His money, my money is your money, your money is my money.
Enoch Drebber's workshop.
That looks a little bit like
The
You
thing.
mean Eunuch
machine.
Dribbler.
Eunuch Dribbler.
Eunuch
that
Dribbler.
has a weird. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh!
I don't like that.
Jesus Christ!
Maybe
That wasn't what I meant.
maybe you should. Let's pretend you didn't say that.
Phrasing!
That looks like a stepladder.
What? We're not having this argument as well. We've got enough of with the spade shovel debacle.
You mean the spade?
Shovel! Oh! It's another super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
Oh, look at that, and a quiver of arrows as well.
Indeed, it would appear so. Though only a prototype, naturally.
Ah, so you got here then?
Gina! Well done for finding this place. And in such little time, you really worked miracles.
It's Toby here who's a miracle worker. Woof!
Oh,
What is going on with everybody's eyes all of a sudden?
He's got a headache.
I'm allergic to dogs,
Oh, is that it?
Maybe.
Oh no!
Poor Gregson.
I thought you lot would show up before long. Hello, Inspector. That's one knitted brow.
But he's still able to find his chips and navigate them
We can
towards
smell
his
them.
mouth.
I mean, the reflexes of doing it so long over time.
The muscle memory.
Muscle memory, yeah, muscle memory.
He looks like he's eating a lemon, not a bag of fish and chips.
So, Inspector, is there any side of the engineer?
Oh no.
Sadly not. We didn't find a soul in here.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, thank you for letting us know about this place and giving us the chance to investigate. According to what Gina tells me, we only found it thanks to a clue you lot turned up. I wouldn't want to say go to Paris with a debt of gratitude unpaid now, would I?
Hey, what's this about Paris?
Oh, don't you worry. Thank you? Anyway, if you're hoping to snoop around in here, I'd get cracking. Lord Van Zeeks and the forensic investigation team are on their way here as we speak, and I think one of them said something about cutting people up. Again, a little freak with a bird mask and a chainsaw, I think. Them again. I imagine you've got the picture by now. They don't take too kindly to lawyer types. Right.
So then, my dear fellow, let's turn this place upside down whilst we have the chance.
And you, Sholmes?
Yes, what have I done? Pardon? Pardon, perhaps?
They take even less kindly to great detectives than they do to lawyers.
Why did you emphasize great detective like that? Do I sense disdain?
Well, I suppose you could detect something at least.
Very droll, Gregson, very droll. But you may consider me nothing more than an inconspicuous waxwork model.
Stop using that. It's uncomfortable.
Right then, let's see what we can find in here. All right, let's look at the ladder.
Ladder.
Oh,
this
yeah.
ladder.
What? Wait, well, maybe. Or is that Gregson?
It's Gregson.
It's Gregson.
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo. That machine is covered by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. My God, that's such a mouthful. There would be serious repercussions if you were to examine it from the Crown and the government.
Oh, dear.
But Sholmes can.
So I was like, oh yes, oh my.
What's this all about then?
Whisper, whisper, whisper,
Well-
whisper.
Well, those two don't seem to be holding back.
Government can't touch me. It's quite hollow inside. No working parts or devices of deception to be seen, my dear fellow.
Now loose change dropped into the floor or nothing. Not even a bow for Toby here. My dear fella.
Oh my goodness.
British people are very much ruled by their own ideals, aren't they?
Oof.
I think that's just these two, Mr. Zato.
Alrighty. Oh, we can go up.
Sounds a bit like slander. If you
It does. It does sound a tiny bit like slander. Yes, it's true. Okay. So we can look at it and be told off, but that's
Yeah.
it. Oh, plane.
Lane.
What on earth is this?
An aeroplane, Mr. Naruhodo. One day, scientists believe it will allow humans to fly freely in the skies.
Is that how the trick will be described, is it?
Sorry? Sorry.
well-
Sorry?
It's actually suspended by a thin but very strong cable, isn't it?
Oh, well, this model is, yes, but a real aeroplane would actually fly in the sky.
While suspended from somewhere even higher in the sky, of course.
I think you've missed the
Because
point.
large metal objects obviously can't really stay in mid-air unsupported.
So to you, the solution is ever taller towers?
Alrighty then.
Trophy.
Wolfie.
Ah, this appears to be most interesting. Yes, most interesting indeed, wouldn't you say?
It's an impressive-looking back massager, that's for sure.
Is that what you think it is, honestly?
I've no doubt that if you hit your shoulders a few times with that, your aches and pains would soon go away.
And your consciousness if you aimed too high.
It's a Royal Society Trophy for Excellence in Science. A young scientist could wish for no higher honor.
Ah, why is it tipped over on its side then?
Would you like a massage?
Whoa! No, I'm fine, thank you.
It's very forward of you, Mr. Sholmes.
Well, I mean, you seem to be going on about it so much. I thought you were worrying a bit, like you needed one, perhaps.
I had no idea it was such a grand thing.
I think it's becoming increasingly clear that there's much more to this Mr. Enoch Drebber than conjuring tricks.
I couldn't agree more, my dear madam. And how about you, Mr. Naruhodo? Wouldn't you like to take it with you? For your tired shoulders, of course.
He's not going to let that go, is he?
Even society.
It's curious, though, isn't it? You would expect such an important trophy to be proudly on display somewhere, not haphazardly cast aside. English gentlemen can be quite a mystery at times.
I mean, I hope you do realize that you are surrounded by English gentlemen, although perhaps not Mr. Gregson over there, who is definitely Scottish.
You,
From definitely Scottish yard.
you are the biggest mystery yourself, Mr. Sholmes.
The science trophy
Very
has
droll,
been entered
Mr.
into.
Zato, very droll.
Okay. Let's examine the trophy before we forget. Where's the button? There's the button.
Was it added in that? Oh, yeah, so it was.
Yeah, it just said so.
I'm sorry, I was too busy doing the very British thing of drinking my tea.
Ah, yes. Oops.
There's a little...
I keep thinking that it's going to... Sorry, Taylor. I keep thinking that it's going to turn it the right way up, and it doesn't. And so it's like, oops.
There's a little metal plaque here, look, although it's a little difficult to read with the current orientation of the trophy. Fostering burgeoning talent for the future of scientific discovery. It seems rather ironic, doesn't it?
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you'll find that's my line.
Whoops.
It's like, Mr. Naruhodo, you've taken to mind reading. That's very impressive.
It seems rather ironic, doesn't it?
But clearly, Mr. Drebber really was a very talented scientist.
All right.
That's enough of that.
Okay.
I guess we're going to have to wait until 3/4 of the way into the case where it will be revealed that that trophy actually had something inside of it the entire time.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so the door and then the bundle of the
Yeah,
thingy
the
of
bundle of arrows. Quiver of arrows, I should say.
quiver, thank you, yes.
This is... It's a European-style quiver of arrows with steel bolts inside.
Oh.
Steel bolts, like the sort of thing you'd put into a crossbow.
Yes.
Oh! Do you suppose?
Crossbow bolts, these.
Oh, there we go.
And just the right size for the bow you lot turned up at the exhibition grounds. Wait, that was a bow? I had no idea what it
I
was.
thought it was a bun.
I feel I called it a bun.
Or a cross gun. In other words...
A bow gun. A bun.
Yup. That's more evidence to support your theory. You see, I don't mind being nice to you now that I know I'm never going to see you again. It all goes to show that Drebber was the one pulling the strings behind the scenes of the whole scam.
There we go.
Okay. It belongs to Mr. Drebber. And now, let's click on the door. See where that goes.
This door doesn't want to open.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a pretty hefty lock on it.
There's a specialist locksmith on his way over from the yard, so hands off till he gets here.
Why pay the expert when you've got one right here? I mean, I've got a set of specific skills and I'm going to use them.
If only I could use them. With permission, Inspector, I could have that lock open in less than a minute. You see, over here, I did remember to bring myself the cat flapper mat with me.
Yeah.
So that's where it went.
Well, you don't have my permission, and no one's giving it to you.
I like the slight smug.
Gregson looked as though he really enjoyed that.
Well, there's no sound of anybody on the other side.
No, Drebber must have fled at the first sign of danger.
Oh.
All right, then.
Well, so we think.
Well, that was a very conveniently timed thud. Oh, look, another shovel.
What? Oh, yeah.
Another spade, rather.
Oh, yes.
I knew you would see reasoning, Mr. Naruhodo. You caught the shovel. Oh.
Is something wrong, Mr. Zato?
Well, I thought I heard a noise from the far side of that door. Well, Gina, did you hear it too?
Yeah, I heard it and all. What do you reckon, Toby? Woof woof.
Right, mind the grace.
It's like, we're going to have a professional locksmith come over. Hold on a sec, I need to knock this door down.
Whoever's in there, open up. It's the Scottish Yard.
Oh, bother.
Clomp, clomp, clomp,
sounds like
clomp,
somebody
clomp.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
My, someone is in there.
Sinister strings.
Ugh. This rotten bleeding luck.
My dear Gregson, as I said only minutes ago.
Don't worry, I've done it.
What? Oh. If only it were countenanced, I could unlock that door in less than a minute.
Show off.
Come
Fine.
on, Gregsy.
I'll take that up for it.
I hope that Sholmes doesn't manage to open it.
Yeah.
Just get us through that blasted door.
Click. There! You may enter at will.
Okay.
You've confused minutes with seconds, I think.
Time is of the essence, I feel. What are we waiting for?
Mr. Sholmes, how did you get in this so quickly? Oh, I found this key as soon as we entered.
I looked under the mat, you see, and there it was. Or I just reached on the top of the frame, and there it was.
Say on top of the frame.
I said I would have it open. I didn't tell you what methods I would use to open it. Nothing for it, I suppose. This is an emergency.
There's a strong possibility that beyond that door is the engineer you all seek. Be prepared for action, my dear fellow.
Yes!
Dun, 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 dun,
And he's gone.
I noticed something suspicious in this room.
Yep.
What? What's happened in here? Oh no. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Why is everything upside down?
Oh, so it is, yeah. Rats! There ain't no one here after all.
But there must be. It was only moments ago that we heard those noises.
Well, moments ago, and then we spent about 3 minutes talking.
Well, not 3 minutes. Don't forget, Sholmes opened the door
Hey.
almost immediately.
Hey guys,
Hello?
notice anything?
Notice anything?
Top corner of the room,
What, the balloon?
there's a green balloon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What about
I also saw footprints on a panel in the ceiling. Maybe that was the sound of Drebber running away.
footprints on a panel on the ceiling? What are you talking about? Am I going insane here? I feel like you guys are talking
No,
nonsense.
So once we move past this dialogue, you'll see.
And also the green balloon. Are you referring to the bit?
Well, the little boy,
Yeah.
like we've got the piece of like rubber envelope, haven't we? And he said, "I saw a green balloon." That looks like a prototype for a green balloon.
Okay. Because I'm like, that's gonna be a bit too small to hold up a body. But I see what you mean now. Okay. I'm like, it's a bit of a small. What are you talking
It's
about?
just tied to the body's ankle, and it's slowly floating up in the air.
I'm like, that's a very small balloon.
Just
Okay.
saying.
It's all right. No.
Never mind.
No, it's fine. No, it's me being dumb. It's not you. It's me. It's me being dumb.
Maybe that was the sound of Drebber running away.
But there's only-
See, there, you can see it. Upper left-hand corner,
so there
footprints.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
but there's only one door into this room.
And no windows that could afford an escape route. Those skylights are too high.
Is it hidden in the safe?
Yeah, that was my first instinct as well.
What's that up there? Where's Akane to give us a boost up to the window? Are they footprints on the ceiling?
Taylor. Honestly.
Look! All right.
That is a turn of phrase over here, though.
It's a very
Oh me! What have we here then?
pent-up child, our dear Taylor.
Me.
You wounded him.
Hey, Pete, blow me. Looks like someone was trying to burn something in a hurry.
Oh, that looks like a set of blueprints.
No, Mr. Zetter, they're not even blue. To what? To that Professor Hellbane's Barmy machine, is it? Blimey! If we'd had these, there'd have been no need to muck about trying to investigate all that scrap metal.
There is something of great interest here, too.
Not the bomb.
No.
This rope was lying on the floor at the foot of that pillar.
A rope? What's significant about that?
Oh, I don't know. Probably nothing. It's got nothing to do with the footprints on the ceiling. Never mind. You see, but you do not observe, Mr. Naruhodo.
We must investigate the entire room thoroughly, and before the forensic investigation team arrive too.
Yes. Alrighty.
Okay, I wonder how long this has got left.
Right, so we'll go here first, I guess.
There's no denying it, is there? Their footprints.
Yes, it would appear so. And I simply can't imagine how they came to be there.
Isn't there a Susato shoot-up or something? Like a Susato takedown, I mean.
I'm no Wonder Woman, Mr. Naruhodo.
That would make her almost superhuman, I suppose.
Okay. Chair.
Almost every piece of furniture is upside down.
Has he managed to rotate the room somehow?
Oh.
Even Mr. Sholmes' suite isn't that much of a mess.
I mean, maybe. You'd
I-
think all the books had fallen. Like, you'd think everything would be fallen off.
I mean, I suppose the question would be like, was the rope attached to the floor in that case, and he used it to sort of like go down? I don't know. I'm really not sure.
You're in no position to comment on mess, Mr. Naruhodo.
Also, the safe. But the safe is bolted down. Look.
The safe is bolted.
Interesting.
But I suppose it's not quite the same thing, is it? So if the safe is normally on the ceiling... Because he's an illusionist, right? So I could
Yeah.
see him doing something like that. I mean, it's not messy in here per se. It's that everything is literally upside down. Except for the one thing that's very conspicuously right side up.
Yeah. But why?
Let's acknowledge the safe being bolted down to the floor.
That's a very large safe. I don't suppose even Mr. Sholmes could open that lock.
Slander?
My dear fellow, I have dynamite right here. And with
Jesus.
dynamite and enough willpower, any door may be opened.
Christ.
Although, if you were a thief, you could just steal the entire thing, I suppose.
Oh,
Looking
it's
slowly
bolted
at
down.
Gina.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's bolted to the floor to prevent exactly that sort of underhand trick, Mr. Naruhodo.
Or that's what we think, but actually
Yeah.
it's so that when the room is the correct way, which is upside down, it's on the ceiling.
Do we think it's the big gas lamp on the wall that's the switch to rotate the room?
I mean,
Might be.
it's
Big-
the only thing that's like
Stands out.
there, yeah.
Big conspicuous switch.
Well, then, you could just steal the floor as well, I suppose.
Ah, yes. Naturally.
I'm sorry, but you really aren't making any sense at all.
Oof. Burn.
Anyway, I think we can agree that whatever is inside must be very important.
Yeah, because look at how conspicuous that lamp is. Oh, but we can't investigate it, so it's probably nothing. No. Balloon.
That's a really lovely model. It looks just like a real flying balloon.
I think it's probably staying aloft on the same principle as a full-size balloon, using gas.
What?
Gas?
A green flying balloon? It does have the hallmarks of that amazing deception at the Great Exhibition, doesn't it? Could it be that the whole thing was planned here in this very workshop?
Maybe. I mean, Sarah was right. Yeah, well done, Sarah.
I do have a brain.
No one said you didn't.
I know you did. I'm saying I do have a brain sometimes.
No, well, no one said
All
you
the
didn't.
time you have a brain.
Like, Jesus, if you didn't have a brain, you wouldn't be able to function, would you, my dear?
Well, it's true.
Okay, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room that isn't Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes, have you found something?
I didn't click on Sholmes, but okay then.
I guess it's all part of the same thing.
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, in fact, in point of fact, something rather fascinating.
I don't want to wish to cause alarm, but we have precisely 30 seconds to get out of here.
What do you make of this?
Let's see. I've never seen anything like it before. Well, I suppose that explains his lack of panic.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks like a bundle of thick cigars wrapped up in a... Miss Susato! What's the matter?
That's a... Surely that's a time bomb! isn't it?
Oh no, Susato's face.
What did you say?
And the door's locked behind them. I wonder.
Crepes.
A time bomb?
Oh, is this like an escape room?
Oh, no.
They've got to figure it out.
Oh, Jesus!
It's an escape room. Oh, by the way, sorry guys, we'll find out next week. Almost.
Sorry, but if there's more blinking lights in binary, I quit. What is a time bomb exactly?
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? You truly are one of a kind, Mr. Naruhodo.
I won't take that as a compliment.
Good, because it wasn't one.
You don't know nothing, do you, Odo?
You haven't got a clue what it is either, have you, Gina?
I invite you to consult a dictionary later, Mr. Naruhodo. But this particular specimen is no time bomb. Though I confess it has a very similar appearance.
Thank goodness, but then, what is it?
It's just a flat-out bomb, this one. It's not-
There is no timer. It's just going to detonate.
it's
Just a bomb?
no timer, just a fuse. It's just a straight-up bomb. I see. So that's it. Not going to elaborate.
Mr. Sholmes, have you seen into the heart of the matter?
My dear, there are times when I consider my lot most unfair. For I'm fated never to know how it feels to flounder as you do when a puzzle presents itself. Oh, what an arse.
Yeah.
For God's sake. But I have learned to accept the hardships that come with being a great detective, Miss Susato.
There's no need to be so
You're about to learn to accept the...
Go on, Taylor, what were you going to say?
You're about to learn the hardships of being struck with a chair in the back of the head.
I'm going to use this trophy that you so lovingly tormented me with and took the mickey. Now. Poof.
Here we go. I feel a great deduction coming.
But does he really feel a great deduction coming?
Now, is there really one coming? We don't know. And unfortunately, viewers, you won't know until next time.
Ah, yes.
Because we're out of time.
Time is never on our side.
If only we hadn't messed around at the beginning.
Hey.
Oops.
Hey. But if you do like us messing around at the beginning and our random shenanigans...
All the rest of it, by the way, not just that. Oh, by the way.
If you enjoy our content, then please consider giving us a like, please subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you're notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah, and drop a comment down below if you feel so inclined. We do read them. We may not get round to replying to them all, but we do definitely read them, and we'll try our best. We'll do what we can.
We do what we can. But
Yeah.
until next time, we will see you again.
Catch you in the next one, everybody.
And remember, blow me means something very different if you're American or if you're British.